So now we're going to be using a very similar setup that we used to attack the far side armbar to set up a kimura, okay? So we're going to do everything the same way. I'm going to post on his head first, then on the floor, moving back, bringing my elbow in front of the ribs, but instead of connecting my heel to his back like we did before, I'm simply bringing my knee into the same position. So now I'm in a position where I'm pinching my knees around the top of his body, okay? From here, instead of keeping the same side underhook as we did before, I'm switching through and going elbow deep with my left arm, and now I'm going to control his arm, or his wrist rather, with my own hand. From here, I grab my wrist with my left hand, and my whole thing is to start bringing his arm up into my chest. So now I can start bringing his arm behind his back. Again, we don't want his arm straight, we want it as bent as possible. And what I'm trying to do is, again, bring my left elbow towards my hip, pushing with my right arm to finish. So we're in side control. I have crossface and underhook. We're setting it up exactly the same way as we did before. I cup the shoulder, hand comes in front of the face, then onto the floor, bringing him onto his side and bringing my elbow in front of his ribs. I step over the top of his head and wedge my knee behind his back. From this position, it should be very hard for Yusuf to put his back on the floor, and I've also got good control of him going this way because I have an underhook stopping him. From here, I switch. I go elbow deep, I control his wrist, and then I grab my own wrist. I bring his arm behind his back, okay? Often if he's grabbing onto something here, whether that be his lapel, his own hand, whatever, what I do is I bring my chest up, I rip his arm away from his body, and then I start putting it behind his back, making sure his arm is bent as possible, pushing with my elbow and pulling with my other elbow towards my ribs. We get a strong finish from there.